Hey Dom, this is Dave Desai. Today I want to get into the new drop by J-Hope, Arson. There's been some controversy with iTunes that I wanted to talk about, and I also wanted to address J-Hope speaking out and talking about things. So, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumplings, he's spilling with merch. Let's get into it. Can I start off by saying a big apology to so far Jungkook and J-Hope? Not that they probably care, but it's definitely a big deal to me. I've been writing Jungkook as one word for the longest time, and I've been writing J-Hope as one word for the longest time without the dash. And definitely a lot of people have done this. And I think a big reason is when you're a part of a boy band and your name just gets jumbled in, people kind of miss the spelling or the small details, but now that every song or appearance is tagged with just the one member's name, we, or specifically me, can see how it's supposed to be properly spelled. So I'm going to try to spell it correctly from now on. I definitely wouldn't be happy to see people misspell my name or anything like that. But anywho, J-Hope recently did an interview with Vanity magazine, and I think this is one of the first press things he's done since going solo, and it's even more amazing since it's just him. He can give more candid answers and less canned answers. As a group, you can feel more of a need to give very generic answers, as any answer you give is going to represent the group and not just yourself. So you tend to want to give an answer that all the members will likely agree, as opposed to giving a more personal answer to how you yourself feel. J-Hope during this Vanity interview was asked a bunch of interesting questions. One was why he chose to have Arson as a title track, and he answered basically saying that the song is supposed to represent his ignition to his passion and how he feels about music, and you can definitely see that in the music video and understand that's what he's going for. If you do want to see me react to and fangirl over it, make sure you check out my Patreon. I'll link it below. I love this answer and it feels very real. We know that he is passionate about music. J-Hope has many business endeavors and is rumored to have several different types of investments as well as possible businesses. I feel like he may have a clothing line somewhere. I know his sister does, but J-Hope could have like a shadow business where his name isn't part of it at all and it's just a silent investor. We have no idea what he may do in his free time, but the point is he doesn't have to work anymore and make music anymore, but he does because he is passionate about it. He wants to create this art and get it out of his system. Another question that was asked was a very interesting one, and I'm glad it was answered. Variety asked, since J-Hope was the first member to go solo, if it would appear that J-Hope was the most eager to go solo, as J-Hope was ready the moment the announcement was made. J-Hope responded and said that the album and style of it was something that he was thinking about for a long time. So it wasn't eagerness as much as he had already been thinking about it and maybe planning some things. With K-pop artists, they can go solo all the time without it meaning leaving the group. So J-Hope could have easily, if the announcement was not made, still go solo and pursue this new style of music. But J-Hope continued to mention that the timing just happened to work out really well for him, and he didn't want to release this at the time when he was with the group, as he was worried it would undermine the reputation of BTS and the other members. Given such songs like Arson had things like cursing and stuff, which BTS is not allowed to do apparently, J-Hope continued to say that regardless of the reception, he has no regrets in making this, and he really poured his entire soul into the songs. He said he is open to feedback as well. I really like his new piece of work, and I think it's always important to get feedback. But if the song sounds exactly how you like it and you really don't want any specific changes, then there's no need for feedback. Feedback is only necessary if you didn't get the result you want and you're scratching your head wondering why. So you may ask for feedback, but it seems like he's really content and happy with the album and it represents him well. So what else can someone say about the album? Any suggestion you'd make would turn the album into something that may not feel as authentic to him. Although going back, it was interesting to hear that J-Hope said that he was worried about undermining the reputation of BTS. And I hope as we go forward, and definitely after hearing everyone's solo work, BTS, when they do more group work, they can be a group that has various different styles that no specific style would be undermining, basically. After the release of Arson, I think there were some mixed bags of reactions online. That's not how the saying goes, but anyway. There were a few people that I saw that did not like the song. They didn't seem like they were armies, just maybe casual listeners, and the reaction was that they just maybe don't like K-rap as much, and Arson is definitely a more fully hip-hop type of music. So you have to really like the genre, which is understandable as most of BTS's listeners are going to be mostly only those who enjoy pop. Nothing wrong with this, just different tastes in music. People were saying the usual, deleting the song on iTunes, you can help it rank better on the charts and stream better. I don't want to address this too much as I don't really fully understand how iTunes work. I don't use it. Safe bet, just stream YouTube and Spotify. But there were definitely people who were entirely against streaming on iTunes to begin with. iTunes has had a bit of controversy with streaming, and fans definitely want the song not on iTunes. iTunes has been this roundabout way of streaming things where it's not as straightforward, and then they also penalize you if they think you buy in too much or whatever it is, and it's just become this mess where people would prefer to just stream elsewhere. I think the mess that streaming has become is so weird to me. I agree with the YouTube sentiment where if someone hits refresh, that should not count as a new view, as obviously robots can hit refresh and it's not a real person. And then the rule of deleting your iTunes purchase so that your stream can count is ridiculous. If someone is giving you money, this is likely not a robot, and you should be allowed to stream as much as you want and have it count without doing this roundabout thing. Streaming is definitely annoying because there comes a point where you may just want to stream a song because you thoroughly enjoy the song, and it's weird and stupid to have to sit there and think about the logistics and trying to make sure your stream counts when all you want to do is listen. I just think of all the uncounted streams. This is likely potentially hundreds of millions. There's other things that armies were accused of happening with Arson and the ranking on the iTunes charts. J-Hope's song reached number 1 very quickly as expected, and then I'm not sure if it still is, but then it dropped to number 2 while number 1 was overtaken by a different song. I have a feeling this was people deleting the song from iTunes and some people doing it in a way that was maybe even a refund. I don't know, but it is weird that people were claiming a significant drop in sales, or it was just a glitch. Who actually knows? And take all this with a grain of salt, as I'm going by screenshots and rumors online and not having actually seen it with my own eyes. Similar to when YouTube verifies the views, when the chart rankings are unclear on iTunes, there's going to be people who are quite upset. If streaming doesn't matter on iTunes, then just make that clear. Say that only sales matter. People will just buy it and then stream on Spotify. I think there's a lot of confusion in the fandom on what is the correct thing to do, and it becomes very stressful for people who have other things to do in their life but still want to support. Just they don't even know where to find the correct resources and what is the correct way to do it. These people also just can't spend 10 hours a day looking for the correct resources or trying their hardest to keep up when these platforms decide to change the rules. So my thoughts on what to do. Stream on YouTube, Spotify, and buy the song and album on iTunes. You can stream on Spotify similar to how you stream on YouTube, watch or listen to the song, stream or listen to something else. You can do it to this video, you can do it with another video or song, and then go back to the original song or video, and then you will have 2 views counted. This is the simplest way. You don't have to have a headache over streaming, and regardless of what J-Hope ranks, don't take it out on yourself. J-Hope doesn't care. He just hopes that you like the song and listen to it. So have fun with it. But what do you think? Are you upset and want the song off iTunes because it's just annoying to use? Are you annoyed at how iTunes glitches or whatever? Do you think it even is? And how do you feel about J-Hope's response to his solo career and being previously worried about undermining BTS's reputation? Let me know what you think, and make sure you check out my Patreon, link down below. I think it says a lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.